Davern Show.
You just can't do it. You just can't do it. You can't freak out. That's the thing. You got to stay cool as a cucumber. You got to be calm under pressure. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
It's all good. It's all good. No worries. It's a Thursday. Happy Thursday, you know?
Happy Thursday.
I mean, if you come in here and you just start going like, what the hell is going on? Then, like, you know, you can't do that, baby. You gotta keep it cool.
Cool under pressure.
Cool, calm, collected, you know? You can't just come in here and be like, I swear, the next time I see Kyle, I am gonna ring his scrawny little... You can't do that.
It's not Kyle that I'm gonna ring.
That. Nobody wants that.
It's the Brett Davern Show! You guys, we figured it out.
Tom figured it out.
Thank God for Tom.
Tom's the greatest.
We're brought to you by Tom Chaney of Adobe Radio. In partnership with Nice Guy Digital and recorded live
1 hour late.
in beautiful North Hollywood, California. The sun's up.
It is.
On today's episode, Sebastian Lefebvre.
Simple plan.
Simple plan, man of the hour, Adobe brother.
That's right. Adobe brother from a different mother. From a French-Canadian mother.
I love the French Canadians. And by I love them, I mean Seb and I are probably cousins. And Aaron Pruner. He's coming in. We're talking television.
That's right.
Now let's get to the guy who's graduated high school 3 times.
That's me.
Your new best friend, Brett Davern.
Listen up, everybody. This is our show. Despite the best efforts of someone around here, this is our show. We'll get into it. You'll know what we're talking about in a minute. Thank you for joining us live on Adobe Radio or subscribing on YouTube, TuneIn, iTunes, or wherever you get your podcast. Also, thank you everybody out there for spreading the word about the show. You guys have been awesome. Getting a lot of tweets, Katie.
I love it.
Lots and lots of tweets, lots of emails. People talking about, their little brother listens now. Their cousin listens now. I got one that said... I got one from this girl. Said she's even got her mom listening to it now in the car.
Aww.
So you guys are awesome. Thank you for recommending it. Keep on doing that. We need all of your help if we're going to make this family thing happen. If we're going to make this, if we're going to take this from dating into a full-blown relationship, we need your help.
It's okay if you see other people for a bit.
Yeah, but you should be over that by now. It's been like 50-something dates. Come on.
It's true.
If you want to shout out a friend or shout at us or with us, it's all good. You can do that. The phone number is 1-888-99-IDOBE. That's 1-888-994-3624. The email for the show is bdsfans@idobe.com. Or if you want to join the conversation instantly, you can do that. Just text bdsfans@idobe.com. You put that address in where you normally put a phone number, and your text ends up on the iPad in front of me. All right. Lots and lots of show to get to today. We are 1 hour late if you're listening live on Adobe Radio because when Katie and I came in this morning, somebody had messed with the computer. Hit the buzzer. It's beeping. There you go. Somebody messed with the computer. I don't know who it was.
I do.
There's two suspects.
I know who it was.
There are 2 prime suspects at Adobe Radio. One of them,
My boy Kyle. Kyle didn't do nothing.
shaggy-headed Kyle.
Mm-mm.
You sure it wasn't Kyle? Are you
70.
sure? Are
70%
you positive
sure.
it wasn't Kyle?
70% sure.
Okay. And then the other suspect,
Scott Waldman.
Scott Waldman. Who, by the way, get ready for the bleep. By the way, Scott is in my phone as Scott Shithead. Because when I met him about 10 years ago out here in L.A., I was like, yo, let's exchange numbers. Let's hang out. And then he grabbed my phone, and he entered his name and number into my phone, and he put in Scott Head. But he's still that way in my phone.
He's that way in my heart as well.
And then what happened was he and I were like, we I don't know, like a few years ago or something. So like much long after the fact that he put his number in my phone that way, we were hanging out. And we did that thing. We were like, wait, I got your number, right? Yeah, I got your number. I took out my phone, and I was like, let me see. I type in Scott. He's kind of looking over my shoulder, and he sees that it says Scott Head, and he got all offended. And I was like, dude, you're the one who put it in there that way. But this morning, possibly the name rings true, Scott. Possibly.
What's with the Brett Davern show starting beef with other show hosts?
I don't know, but I like it.
I do too, except for Man of the Hour.
If the Weekly Munez is listening, go yourselves.
Oh.
No, I love those guys. They know it. That one's all in good fun. All right. Let's do the show. Good morning, Boy Wonder. Good morning, Brett. And Katie LeClaire.
It's National Peking Duck Day, Brett.
Another day I can get behind, Katie. I love me some Peking duck. They have Peking duck at Firewalk?
No.
Ugh.
There's no duck at Firewalk.
Fail. Come on, Firewalk.
Come on, Master Debater. Get your duck on.
If you like great Chinese food at affordable prices, visit Firewalk off the I-10 in San Antonio, Texas. It's right next to the something or another shopping center.
Huebner Oaks. It's in the Huebner Oaks shopping center.
That's the one.
That was really impressive. I like that.
All right. Lots of show today. We cannot just keep complaining about all of this stuff. But here's the thing, everybody. Just as a lesson in life, if you're listening to the sound of my voice, here's the lesson for you. If you are a roommate, or if you work at a place where other people work, if you change something, or if you get something out, or if you make a mess, just clean it up. Just clean it up. Or put it back how you found it. If you walk into work and there's a community computer and you change something on it, just put it back. Because someone's going to come in after you and think that it's all set up the way that it's supposed to be set up every day. And not know what you did.
Yeah, that's the biggest problem there.
Or leave a note that says like, hey, here's what I did. Or send a text or fire off a company-wide email. Do something. I mean, come on.
That being said, we did construction over break. And I'm sure hosts came in and they were like, what are these awesome mic stands?
Yeah, they're like, wow, look, they made this place better. I know. How terrible of us. And also, just if you are a roommate and you walk in, you know, and there's like dishes in the sink and stuff, you know, because your roommate left them that way. Every once in a while, just do them anyway.
Yeah.
But, you know, like not all the time. Like you should say like, hey, man, I did your dishes. But every once in a while, just do them anyway. But if both of you do that, then the dishes will be done all the time. You see?
Community effort.
Yeah. Let's all work together, people. All right, let's take a break, and then we're going to bring my good friend Aaron in here to talk about some TV stuff. And then later in the episode, a phone call with a member of Simple Plan, Sebastian Lefebvre, who also has a show on Adobe Radio called Man of the Hour. So we're going to get into all that with him. But right now, this is Ophelia. Oh, that's a good name. Ophelia by the Lumineers. Oh, I messed it up. Oh.
Here's the thing.
Thank you for watching on YouTube or listening to the podcast version of The Brett Davern Show. If you were listening live on Adobe Radio, you'd be hearing real music right now, instead of this message and whatever song this is. Sometimes the rules just won't let us play real music on YouTube or the podcast. It's not a big deal. Just putting it out there. Back with more show in a second.
You're listening to The Brett Davern Show with that other guy from that one show on MTV. Yeah, you know, Brett Davern on Adobe Radio.
All right.
You're
Aaron
still known
Bruner.
as that one guy from that show on MTV.
That's right. Well, it says the other guy.
The other guy.
Yeah. Not the one guy, because there were two guys.
Hey, everybody. Happy National Peking Duck Day. Right?
Thanks,
It's a good day.
It's a good day.
Thanks, pal. Did you get me a card or a gift card to P.F. Chang's or
No,
anything
we're
like
going to
that?
go out and kill a duck later.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
Oh. Really?
Sure, why not?
Free range.
I mean, 2018.
I love it.
Starting it with a literal bang.
My buddy Aaron is here, everybody.
Hi.
Aaron is a very good friend of mine who has been on the
Let's
show
not mince words.
before. I'm not.
All right.
Is a good friend of mine. He's been on the show before. He was on the old podcast as well. Aaron, well, you're an actor. You're a real Renaissance man about town.
Actor,
but you also spend a
writer,
lot of your time
Jew.
writing about...
It's actually, that was my Twitter bio for a long time. Actor, writer, Jew. You know, pretty much encapsulates who I am.
So you have a lot of experience with Peking duck then.
Only on Christmas.
Right, exactly. So anyway, he spends a lot of his time writing about TV for all kinds of different websites and does a very good job at it and has a great Twitter account.
This is my employee review. I appreciate that.
Talking about TV and everything. Well, I'm introducing you to the people for the second time.
Look,
so,
man, I've been here a while too. Okay?
We've decided that in the new year, Aaron's going to stop by more and more often, and we can talk about TV and what's on out there and what people should be watching and all of the above when it comes to TV. So that's what we're doing. So get used to him. Because he's here to stay throughout the year, at least. So, buddy, what's been going on lately?
Oh, man, it's been busy.
You've been very busy.
Yeah, the past 3 weeks have been the winter tour at the Television Critics Association. They do this twice a year, winter and summertime, where all the network, well, not all the networks, Netflix is not there. They do their own thing separately, but most of the networks bring their new shows, their new lineups, brand new shows that are going to be coming on the air, you know, in the coming months.
Right.
And
Netflix is just like that cool kid that's like, I'm not showing up to your party, man.
A couple years ago, Netflix just decided, you know what, we're just going to do our own thing. Mm-hmm. And they do their own thing.
They're like, we're so cool that we're just doing it ourselves.
Yeah, but a lot of news has come out over the past 3 weeks from different networks, different shows that are coming.
Yeah, so this is kind of it's a big deal in LA. Like, everyone goes to it, agents and writers and actors and producers. Everybody's down there.
It's strange.
They make a bunch of announcements, a bunch of newsworthy stuff that happens.
Yeah.
It's very, like, inside the business thing, though. You can't just be, like, a fan and go to this thing, right? No. You have to have, like, credentials and whatever. So what's some of the big news that has come out of this year's winter TCAs?
The biggest thing for me is, so this past year, Hulu, their subscriber base has skyrocketed something like 40% from the previous year. They now have, they've surpassed 17 million subscribers.
Really?
You know, with their live TV as well as shows like Handmaid's Tale.
Yeah.
So
imagine if they counted all the people who are just stealing their parents' password.
I hear they're going to be cracking down on that. So tell your parents. They've announced a few pieces of news that I think are just really, really exciting. First off, guys, on January 4th, Hulu announced that they are rebooting Animaniacs.
Whoa!
For 2 new seasons with Steven Spielberg.
Opening up the door on the water tower.
New episodes are coming in 2020.
Wow.
And they are streaming all 5 seasons of Animaniacs now on Hulu, as well as Pinky and the Brain.
Oh, yeah.
And Tiny Toons Adventures.
Yeah.
Which is a big deal. And last week they announced every season of ER is now available on Hulu, which that show has never been streamable anywhere.
No, you know what is so funny? Every once in a while, like I'll just check Netflix. Like I'll just search like ER. Like every like 6 months, I'm like, I wonder if it's there yet. But now you're saying Hulu's got it.
And if you want to just jump to season 7, episode 3, and like go about 20 minutes in, you're gonna see your boy.
Ooh, all right.
I look a lot different.
All right.
It was 17 years ago that I shot
this
episode.
What were you inflicted with on the show?
So the episode is about a sci-fi convention where the causeway collapses on a bunch of people dressed as aliens.
Interesting.
So I am an alien boy dressed as a Romulan from Star Trek. I was wearing an actual real Romulan outfit from Star Trek The Next Generation.
Ooh, wow.
And I'm wheeled in on a gurney, and I get mad at the doctor because he wants to cut my costume.
Wow.
Eric
really
Stone
funny.
Street is in the same episode, back before he was known for Modern Family, as this weird guy that was trying to mutilate his ears to become Spock.
That's hilarious.
So check that out if you want to.
Check that out. Get on Hulu.
Yeah, definitely get on Hulu. A lot of cool stuff is coming to Hulu. Season 2 of Handmaid's Tale is coming in a few months, and they got a lot of good stuff coming.
That's pretty cool. What is out there right now that is airing that you are loving, or maybe I don't even know if you're loving it, but like it's just something that is kind of off the beaten path that is not, on the tip of everybody's tongue, but is something that should be.
Well, I don't know if this is off the beaten path, but a brand new show just hit CW earlier this week called Black Lightning. And it's great. It's fantastic. It stars Cress Williams, and I'm not going to go too much into the DC Comics story because I am not a DC nerd, but I've watched the pilot, and it's fantastic. It's like their answer, there's not enough diversity or inclusion in superhero TV shows, especially in the Arrowverse on DC, and they've fixed that with this show. It's not...
But it's
like
in that same universe, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm watching this show, and I'm like, well, take that, Luke Cage, because Luke Cage on Netflix was fine, but this show really embraced the whole cheesy 70s aspect of the character, but also brought it into present-day television. It's a mostly African-American cast. There is representation of, let's just say not everyone is heterosexual on the show, and the way it's presented is something I have not seen on network television before.
Cool.
It's fantastic.
All right.
It's
That's
fun.
awesome.
It's edgy.
And it's already airing, right? It's already
it
on.
premiered
Aired
on
on
Tuesday.
Okay,
Yeah.
and if we missed that episode, is it online somewhere? Can we check it out?
You could probably check it out on
Like
the CW
CW.com.
seed, and
Yeah.
it's also on Hulu.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hulu,
already?
Hulu.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I gotta tell you, I don't have Hulu, and I think the reason is because of the name of it. I don't like it. Hulu. I don't know what it means. I don't like it. Never liked it. Like Netflix is like
Hot take, Brett.
Well, you know how like all right, like there's like Uber and Lyft, right?
Where are you going?
Like I only have the Uber app. I've never downloaded Lyft because I'm
Lyft
like,
is
no,
better than Uber.
I picked one. I'm sticking with it.
I almost died in an Uber the other day.
It's not that one is better than the other for me. It's just that like I pick one and I stick with it. So like it's dumb. I'm not saying this is a smart way to be.
that.
I'm just saying that like in the beginning I was like I'm a Netflix guy, and then so I just haven't gotten Hulu, and also partly because I was just like that's a dumb name, Hulu. I don't know what it means. It's like a made up word.
Do you need to know what it means?
Yeah, well, now it's like it means its own thing, I guess, right?
Exactly.
I should get Hulu, I guess, is the moral of the story.
This episode of the Brett Davern Show not brought to you by Hulu.
No. I mean, look, they do cool stuff. I'm sure it's cool. I just gotta, anyway. Katie's giving me that look. That means we gotta take a break and then get you out of here so you can go back home and go to sleep.
Yep, I get to go back to
and,
bed.
We can call Seb from Simple Plan and chat with him. So let's do that. Thanks for coming in, man.
Hey,
and I'm looking
welcome.
forward to you coming in throughout the year and giving us some updates. Yeah, and possibly some other things in the works. Possibly some secrets. Possibly some secrets, everybody, but we'll tell you as it goes on.
I'm nervous.
This is...
Are you ready for your
the
last chance
aforementioned
to
Simple
dance?
Plan. This is I'd Do Anything,
Let's go!
a live version by Simple Plan.
Thank you for watching on YouTube or for listening to the podcast version of our show. We love you. If you were listening live on Adobe Radio, you'd be hearing real music right now instead of this message. Sometimes rules don't allow us to play that kind of stuff on YouTube or on the podcast. Just putting it out there. Back with more show in a few seconds.
All right, let's call him. Let's do it.
Okay. He's with his daughter today,
Uh-huh.
and I think he's having a good day. I hope he's having a good time right now. Hey, Tom, if you're listening, I just re-upped the Skype thing.
That doesn't make any sense. I think that means it's ringing.
The person whom you're trying to reach
Nope.
is currently unavailable.
Make sure it doesn't say that. Okay. Didn't know if you were calling. This is a good podcast. Oh, it's ringing.
Hello?
Seb!
Oh, hey!
Hi,
Hey,
Seb.
man, it's Brett. Sorry, we were having technical difficulties, but we're on the air right now.
I know that Tom guy rarely has his stuff together, does he?
Actually, Tom is the one that saved us this morning.
Well, saved you guys probably from himself. So I don't know how does that even out? Does that like amount to whatever? How
I think so. I don't know. Oh, Seb, welcome to the show, man. Thanks for being on.
Wow.
Big. Whoa. Katie,
thank you.
what are you doing? Big fans, man. Seriously, big fans of Simple Plan. It's funny. We knew you were going to be on the show, and I was talking about it around the house last night, and Mrs. Davern reminded me that our very first concert together was a Simple Plan show in New York. I believe it was the Hammerstein Ballroom.
That's quite possible.
Yeah.
That was a long time ago. Thank you. That means a lot. That's amazing. Thank you very much.
I mean, I think it was probably like 2003, 2004, something like that. But that was our very first concert together, and I'd forgotten that, but she reminded me of that. So big fans from way back in the day, man.
That's amazing.
What's the band currently up to now?
Well, that's very interesting because you just mentioned way back in the day. We spent all of 2017 on the 15-year anniversary of the first album.
Wow.
No Pads, No Helmets, Just Balls. So we toured the world. It was a lot of fun. We had a blast. It was good times at the shows. A lot of nostalgia.
Sure.
A lot of just like, sort of really having fun on stage, taking us back to our first memories of being in this band, our first memories of being on tour, and so we've had an amazing year.
I remember when Addicted came out, I thought it was not only a great song, but one of the funniest songs I've ever heard, just because of the, I'm a dick, I'm addicted to you. And
we got a bunch of people to say dick.
I was going to say, so are the rumors true? Is that song partly written just so you can get away with saying dick on the radio? Because that's like an urban legend. Okay, or so I guess it's not an urban legend. It is true.
Well, here's the thing. We back then, like someone at our label who were very, very close to you kept saying a song with a stutter in it's going to be a hit. And then we had this hook that we wanted to use, which was "I'm addicted to you," and so we figured we'd make that the stutter. And that gets two birds, one stone. So so that's it's not wrong. It's not entirely true, but it's not wrong.
Oh, that's so funny. God, I love that. Oh, I love it. The French Canadians, Katie, they're hilarious.
Yes, they are.
Oh, I love it. Growing up, what were your musical influences? What were you listening to as a kid, and then like possibly inspired you to get into this whole thing in the first place?
Well, for me, everything started, I have an older brother, so whatever he would listen to, I would kind of listen to as well, so it started off with Metallica, Guns N' Roses, Pearl Jam, some of the good 90s alternative bands. And then I think the first album that I actually bought, the first CD, was Offspring Smash. And for us in Canada, I think it was like $27 because it was an import.
Whoa.
Wow.
And it was crazy. And I saved like my more than lawn money and all that, and I saved it all to get me that album, and that's when I got into punk rock and all the 90s California punk rock bands like NoFX, Lagwagon, Strung Out, and all those guys. Yeah. And that, I would say, has been my main musical influence growing up, definitely.
Well, see, you guys got to pay a lot more for the imported CDs, but we pay more for your beer, so...
Yeah.
I think turnabout's fair play.
There you go.
Talk to me a little bit about Adobe Radio a little bit, because you're involved with Adobe behind the scenes, right? And we're new to the station and everything, and so people listening might be new to the station as well. But I don't know, run me through a little bit of the origins of how this station came to be in the first place and stuff, because it's been around for a long time. And have you always been a part of it?
No, not at all. The very, very origin stories, that you're also going to have to talk to Tom, because Tom is the man that started this whole thing in front of his computer, I believe as a school project. And then it actually turned into something, and then it turned into something even bigger and all that.
Okay.
And for me, I believe I kind of got on board as a radio host in 2006. myself and Patrick, who was our merch videographer back when we first started with the band. He's always had a funny personality and got along with Tom as well as we did whenever we did interviews and all that.
Sure.
Tom just, asked us like, hey, why don't you guys just record an hour special for me? And then if people tune in, maybe you can do more. And that's exactly what we did. We just sat in front of 2 microphones and just had no idea what we were doing. That was episode 1, season 1. I don't know why we started calling it season, but we did. So episode 1, season 1, we did a show, and I think like 20,000 people tuned in. And it's huge. It was huge for us. It was huge for the station. So then we just kept going. And then when we got to 10 episodes, we're like, okay, let's just call that a season. Then take a couple of weeks off and then figure out how to actually do this for real,
Yeah.
So
yes.
it turned into a weekly thing every Wednesday evening. And, we just decided to call it the Man of the Hour Show.
Yeah, exactly.
Really sure why.
Exactly. The Man of the Hour Show every Wednesday night here on iDoby Radio at 8 p.m. Eastern. You guys can tune in and hear Seb and his co-host Patrick. And you guys, it's a fun show. I mean, like stories from the road, stories from tours, just all kinds of whatever's going on in your life. And then you guys also play some great music as well. Does it just run an hour?
It runs for an hour.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. I think that's a good format. It's a podcast as well, so people that download it when they commute or whatever, like it's fun for an hour. It's fun, and then Patrick and I don't run out of things to say. We're actually entertaining for the whole hour, which is all right.
It's a challenge
to take into consideration when you're thinking about those things.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, and honestly, like we just love it. We love doing it.
That's great, man. So yeah, if you're new to Man of the Hour, or if this is your first time hearing about it, go back on iTunes or wherever you get podcasts, and you can catch up on it, and then you can listen live every Wednesday night. What do you got, Katie? Got some questions for Seb about having French last names or anything like that?
Oh, I love a French last name.
You are so French, Katie.
Yeah, it's true. But no one can say your last name correctly either, I bet. So we're I was saying we're cousins somewhere, because I hail from French Canada, not just France. So somewhere in there.
Best part of Canada. Sorry, rest of Canada.
Is the whole
definitely best part of Canada?
Is the whole band?
Yeah, so do you actually know how to say Leclerc with the right accent, or do you say Leclerc?
Leclerc?
Leclerc.
Oh, you're blowing my mind.
French Canadian accent.
He's telling
because that's French Canadian, not French. French is Leclerc.
Yeah, exactly.
Leclerc.
Yeah.
But Leclerc. How do you say it?
Leclerc.
Leclerc.
Don't worry about it.
Oh no, I want to. I love this.
Is the whole band French Canadian?
Yes, we all are.
Because the lead singer's name is Pierre, right?
Yes, that's everybody
About
I've
as
ever
French
met
as you can
in
get.
my life from this area of the world has an Uncle Pierre. Everybody. So he's Pierre. It's super French Canadian.
My grandfather wanted my brother, really was gunning for my mom to name my brother Leclerc or Pierre, so he would be Pierre Leclerc.
Oh no.
Or Leclerc.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good artist name as well.
It is, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
But see, his last name either Bouvier. That's super French or French Canadian. But you guys are familiar because of Jackie Bouvier, so you know that one. That one doesn't stand out as much.
Jacqueline Bouvier Kennedy. Later
See, there you
everybody. Go. That's right.
Superstar. Part of the family. Part of the Simple Plan family, apparently.
Nice.
Because of the last names.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So, all right, what else? What's going on with? Is anything? Sorry, we've had so many difficulties today. I'm kind of all over the place. Are we? Wait. So I'm sending people to the Man of the Hour. What about Simple Plan? New albums, new tours, show dates, anything like that you want to give out?
Absolutely. We're going to Australia.
Ooh.
The More of the Nopads tour, because they hadn't seen it. Even though Pierre's used to getting on stage and saying 15 years, but now he's actually going to have to say 16 years, because this is a year later of touring.
Turning over the calendar.
So 16. And then, honestly, we're going to take a lot of this year to write and to try to hopefully get in the studio. We're very slow at making albums. We know. I know. I'm sorry. We just always, spend a lot of time writing. Usually recording is quite quick, but we do spend a lot of time writing to make sure we got the songs. We're going to try to hurry it up. That's definitely writing's happening this year. Hopefully we can get in the studio before the end of the year and have some new music for the fans as soon as possible. That is definitely a big goal for this year, but there's going to be shows here and there as well in the U.S., in Canada, in Europe, whatever. So, and whenever we know anything, we let everybody know on Instagram or on their website.
Totally.
So
I was just going to say, yeah. If you want to find out everything, just follow Seb on Twitter. It's at Seb Lefebvre. Wait, I'm all messed up with the French. Now you guys have gotten it all in my head now. I'm going to pronounce it wrong. But it's here, I'll just spell it. It's at SebLefebvre. That's on Twitter, so follow him. And then I'm sure the band is on Twitter as well, right? It's like at Simple Plan or something like that.
Simple Plan. And it's the same handles for Instagram as well.
Yeah.
And everything goes on there.
Everything
goes everywhere.
You've got quite the curated collection of photos of you rocking out, Seb, on your Instagram. I just gotta say.
Oh, yeah, he's a rock star.
Thanks very much. We have a very talented tour photographer with us at all times, and he knows. At this point, he knows how to get the good angles.
I mean, that's all well and good, but it'd be funnier if his Twitter or if his Instagram account was just pictures of him like eating or something. Like it has nothing to do with being a rock star at all. But
could you post some poutine for me so I can drool?
Oh yeah, we need a picture of poutine for sure. Come on.
But I'm not a sexy eater. Yeah,
that's okay. Poutine's sexy enough.
Not many people are. Picture of Poutine, by the way, was my first band in high school.
Really?
No.
Can you imagine though?
That's a good. Come on. That's a band name. Picture of Poutine. Hey, what's up, Nova Scotia? We're Picture of Poutine.
Yeah. See, there you go. I'm sure that works.
All right.
I'm sure that works. People will get into that just because of the name.
Well, if you guys need an opener.
Picture of Poutine.
Well, are you guys still together? Like, how's the song?
I'll have to call all the old boys. We'll
do a reunion.
Figure it out. Yeah. Yeah, we'll do it.
Okay, so here's the concept, though. And whenever you go in the studio and you sing, you have to be eating poutine as you sing. So everything sounds amazing.
Would we do it any other way? Come on.
No, of course not. That's the only way to be in a band.
Yeah. Period. Instead of a T-shirt cannon, we have a poutine cannon. Fired at the audience. Yeah.
Oh, that would be.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'll have to call all the old guys. Jimmy quit, Joey got married, and then it just sort of fell apart. That's all. That's
nice
what song is that?
Put that
I just
in
quoted?
there. That's good.
That's Summer of '69. I think I just quoted.
It is. That was a long time ago. Man, you're old.
Oh, a couple old references for you, everybody.
You look young.
Seb, thank you so much for being on the show, man. Honestly, it's a blast, and we enjoy being on iDoby Radio and sharing the airwaves with the Man of the Hour podcast. Yeah. I don't know. Thanks, man. We'll catch up with you
guys.
Another time.
Thanks very much. Keep doing what you're doing. I think the show's great. You guys are awesome.
Thanks.
It's convenient for me because it's 3 hours later on the East Coast, so I don't have to wake up super early, even though I am up. But, I don't have to, so it's all right.
Thanks, man. Well, same to you guys.
We love you. Appreciate the support.
Once again, guys, get on Twitter, get on Instagram, get on everything. Check out at Simple Plan, and then also check out at Seb Lefebvre.
Lefebvre.
That's it.
Yeah.
Bye, Seb. We'll talk to you later.
All right. Talk to you soon. Bye.
All right, man. Bye. All right. This is another Simple Plan song featuring Natasha Bedingfield. This is Jet Lag. Turn it up! Thank you for watching on YouTube or listening to the podcast version of The Brett Davern Show. If you were listening live on iDoby Radio, you'd be hearing real music right now, instead of this message and whatever song this is. Sometimes the rules just won't let us play real music on YouTube or the podcast. It's not a big deal. Just putting it out there. Back with more show in a second.
You can watch The Brett Davern Show on YouTube? Yeah, you can. Go to youtube.com/Brett Davern Show.
I like Simple Plan so much. I'm just not that I'm like making a realization or anything, because I mean I was not lying to him. Like that was, I think, our first concert, and like I really, really liked them when they first came out. And I think Addicted was their first single. But I'm like rediscovering them now because of being on here and, on iDoby and everything, and knowing that they were on here and then listening to them and blah, blah, blah. The reason I like them so much is because they're just having so much fun, you know? like there's all this like pretension around music sometimes, and the arts in general. There can be this like pretentious blah blah blah. They make fun music that's like catchy, but is also like can be poignant sometimes for sure. But they just know how to like have a good time and get everybody smiling, and they're super positive dudes. And like Seb was awesome on the phone. It's the first time we've really spoken at length. Nice dude. And also, you can just tell that as a band, they're having fun.
Yeah, I think that's
why
important.
I like them too. You know, like don't get me wrong, I love Nirvana. You know, but every once in a while, it's like, hey, cheer up, guys. You know. Well, I'm just saying. You know, like
that's why you're a Pearl Jam man.
Well, that's
true. Hard to say quickly.
Yeah, but Pearl Jam's got some heavy stuff too. But it's just like, I don't know. I just love that. And you can tell, like, they've been together, like you said, for 15 years, but they're still touring the world together. And, you know, now they've got kids and stuff like that, and they're older. But they're still, I think I don't know, maybe I'm just making this up because I don't know. But it sounds to me like they're all still buds, and they're all still hanging out, and they're all still having fun, and that's cool. Mm-hmm. You know?
I'd like to be in one of the biggest bands in the world, and then 15 years later, still be in that band.
Still be doing it. Yeah. And it doesn't sound to me, I mean, Katie, you know, like you were on a show for, it was like 5 seasons,
6 years,
but 6 years of real time. Awkward ran about 6 years of real time, even though it was only 5 seasons. And, you know, sometimes you do some interviews or you do some press or something, and you kind of, I don't know, maybe you're just not having a great day, or you woke up on the wrong side of the bed or whatever, and you're kind of like faking your way through the thing or whatever. Like there wasn't not an ounce of him that felt like it was he had to put it on or something. Like I don't know. I think he's having fun, and I could tell, and that makes me like them even more. Mm-hmm. Yeah. What do you want to talk about for the rest of the show? Poker night last night?
Yeah.
Family poker night?
Adobe Family Poker.
We put up a lot of pictures on Instagram and Twitter and all that, but Tom here at Adobe. By the way, Tom has made it on to the social media before, I think, and has been in some of the Instagram live videos.
He's in the studio rebuild video for sure.
Yeah, but it's like in fast forward, so he like pops in and pops out.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking, as Seb was talking, I was like, yeah, we should have Tom on like as a guest to talk about Adobe and all that. But then I started thinking,
he's kind of Oz.
I kind of like that Tom is like this mysterious like man behind the curtain who just
Great
makes
and
everything
powerful.
Makes everything run and
Bitcoin monster.
Totally. So I don't know. I kind of like that it's like he's like an international man of mystery, shrouded in some sort of like dark secrecy.
Yeah, well,
I like it.
I took them all in last night.
Yeah, well, that was what I was getting to. So Tom threw a poker night last night. Mm-hmm. And we came, and a lot of the other Adobe personalities were here, and some other band dudes and stuff.
Record label
what
people.
What band were those guys in?
I think it was a label.
No. They played at the Echo when we were there.
Oh, Rad Horror.
Rad Horror.
Yeah.
It was the singer and I think a guitar player, drummer? I can't remember. Anyway, Dylan.
Yep.
Yeah.
Dylan was a shark last night.
That guy can play some cards.
Yeah.
But it was a lot of fun. Katie, you've played some poker in your day.
I have.
And you played some last night.
I did.
And you beat this host.
I did.
Yeah. Tell your story. Tell him.
I really like poker because I like watching people. Mm-hmm. And the best part about Dylan of Rad Horror is he was honest the entire time. He's like, I got the ace. And every time he said it, it was truthful, except for the one time he didn't show his cards. So I think that was a bluff. But I played 2 hands, really. I always pay to see the flop. And then make your decision after that.
Well, be careful.
What?
Well, don't go all in.
Well, no. But like if we're going around and we're doing blinds, I don't like the pre-flop bet unless, you're feeling real good. Mm-hmm. I didn't get any pocket anything except for I got 1 pocket something. And I had pocket 10s, and I felt really good about that. And so I won that hand. It was a big hand. And then I got we announced, like, we wake up early in the morning, so this is my last hand.
Well, we had been here for, like, 2.5 hours playing poker.
So I go, this is my last hand, and I got a 6-8. And I was like, all right, I'll play to see the flop. And the flop was 5, 7, and 9.
There's your straight.
And I was like, oh, I get a straight on the flop.
Yeah, and
so I bet hard.
I had 2 pair.
Yeah, so you felt good.
Well, I think the 4th card like matched one of my cards, and then there was another. So like I built it all the way out into a 2 pair, so I was feeling pretty good.
Yeah.
So I stayed in. There were like 8 people around the table. Everybody else went out. It was just Katie and I.
My last hand.
Mono E Producero, and the adrenaline started going, and I was like, "Let's go, Leclerc. Let's see what you got." I thought I had you, and so. You didn't force me all in because I had won a big hand earlier.
Yeah.
But it was a good sized pot. And then I was feeling pretty good. And then we both turned over our cards and she had that straight. And I was like, oh.
Well, we turned him over on the turn and then the river came and
yeah, no, it was that thing where like we both turn over our cards and then stand up from the table and pace around and like I'm like looking for help because I'm like if I get that card that makes it a full house, then I'm gonna win.
Doesn't a straight still beat a full house?
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. This is probably why I had trouble playing as well. But anyway, I was just,
The best part of the night was when Brett you went to the bathroom.
Katie crushed me.
And Fish played your hand.
Oh, yeah. I had to take a little break, nature calls. And so I was gone for 30 seconds. And I was like, Fish, get over here. You're in. Like, you take over. Because we weren't playing for much money out there, everybody. But it was, enough to have some fun. And so Fish sat down, and he got my best hand of the night.
But nobody believed it because Fish doesn't actually know how to play.
Fish doesn't play poker. But I came back in time to stand behind him and see kind of what was going on. And I go all in. Because
And then everybody thought you were just bluffing.
Everyone just thought we were joking around. Yeah. And we had what did we have?
Pocket queens.
Yeah, and then another queen on the table. So we had 3 queens. And
he was conservatively betting.
We cleaned up. But then after that is when you beat me.
Yeah.
And I went back down. All in all, I think I ended up losing $15 or something.
And I won 15.
Exactly. So the Brett Davern show came out even in the end.
I like that.
There you go. See, it all works out. Even with the technical difficulties this morning, I think the moral is... Well, I think the moral is that even if Scott Waldman and or Kyle
Hewlett.
Oh, I was just going to keep it at Kyle, but I'm going to put him on blast. The moral is that even if Scott Waldman and or Kyle comes in and messes with your stuff, it's all going to be fine in the end. Just be a good roommate, people. Just be a good roommate. That's a wrap, everybody.
Really? That's just the icing on
the... You can't blame that one on Scott. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Are you ready now? What about now?
Yeah.
That's a wrap, everybody, on another edition of the Brett Davern Show. Thank you for listening live on Adobe Radio, albeit 1 hour late today, or subscribing on YouTube, iTunes, or wherever you get your podcasts. If you like what you heard, just tell a friend.
Tell them.
Say, I'm going home, Producer Katie.
I'm going home.
Producer Katie's on Twitter and Instagram at KATIELECLERC. I'm on Twitter and Instagram at BDav. There's 2 V's at the end of that. You can follow the show on any social media, including Facebook at Brett Davern Show, or go to Adobe.com for archived episodes, photos, and much, much more. Also, on Adobe.com, you can check out the list of all the other shows that Adobe has. Lots of fine programming on this channel. Waldman's World is on there. Man of the Hour show.
The Guns Show.
Guns Show. All kinds of stuff. Nick Major. All kinds of good stuff on there, everybody. Check it out. Once again, for Katie LeClaire, Aaron Pruner, Boy Wonder, Seb Lefebvre, And the 818, the 619, the 920, and the 34. By the way, somebody on here was like, Lyft is cheaper, Brett. It's not about it being cheaper. You guys are missing the point. It's about, I'm an old man who doesn't want his phone filled up with all these different apps. I can't keep up. So I pick one and I go with it. iPhone over Samsung, Uber over Lyft, Netflix over Hulu. That's just what I do. I can't keep up with everything, everybody.
Do you remember
HBO over Showtime? Go ahead.
Not so long ago, you were like, I don't understand what happens. Like, you just... I have to teach my parents how to use these things and whatever. This is what happens, Brett. At some point, you make up your mind and you go, I'm not going to do Hulu.
Yeah.
And then that's how you become old.
Listen, instead of watching TV, I want to be building my deck. I'm Brett, guys. I'm reminding all of you to be kind, be a good roommate, and take care of each other. That was our show. We'll see you tomorrow when our guest will be the lead singer of our favorite new band, Susto. His name's Justin Osborne. He's going to be on the show. And I'm very excited for that. I love this band. Mm-hmm. Check them out on Spotify. They're amazing. Good night. Picture of poutine.
That's it for the Brett Davern Show today. But don't worry, they'll be back tomorrow on Adobe Radio Live, starting at 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Pacific.